I've been toying around with op amps for quite a while now. It's a fun way to swap out the cheap disposable ones that comes in the inexpensive audio components that companies like FX Audio, Topping, SMSL, etc, etc, etc. You get the gist. Some of these devices are poorly made, some aren't. I actually got lucky in that I stumbled upon the FX Audio Tube 03 because I discovered a cheap $40 preamp that is scalable. In this video, I'm going to quickly go over op amps and whether it's worth the tweak, as well as a quick comparison between Sparkos op amps and the coveted Muse 02. Let's go. So what is an op amp? Well, an operational amplifier is an integrated circuit. Most of the time it looks like a little microchip that can amplify weak electric signals. An operational amplifier has 2 input pins and 1 output pin. Its basic role is to amplify and output the voltage difference between the 2 input pins. So essentially, in layman's, it takes a signal and kaboom, amplifies it. Now, op amps are used in many different scenarios. However, in audio, this is the little component that does the amplification of the signal. There has been a huge influx in the hobby of rolling op amps for potential sonic improvement in these small components like preamps and headphone amps and DACs. It's an interesting hobby that I am guilty of participating in. The first op amps I rolled was the Muse 02, which is an IC op amp or integrated circuit, and the FX Audio Tube 03 preamp. The Muse 02 are priced at around $50 each. I instantly noticed a huge improvement from the cheapy ones that came with the unit. Now, recently Andrew over at Sparkos Labs sent me a few of his discrete SS3602 dual op amps, which come in at $79 each. On his website, he boasts that this architecture on these types of op amps are superior to the smaller IC op amps. Well, what's the difference? Well, Sparkos claims that they can run much higher power, have much deeper Class A bias, and deliver a much more realistic and detailed sound. Well, we will see during the comparison. The first thing I can tell you about op amps is that it's one of those processes that you literally have to do with the utmost precision. It's not hard, it's not difficult, especially if the manufacturer or the component made them detachable, which makes things so much more easier. So essentially it comes down to pulling the old ones off and placing new ones on. Where you can find yourself in a world of trouble is when you put the op amp in the wrong way, which can ruin the op amp as well as the component. Or you order a single when it requires a dual op amp. You can easily find out which one you need and which direction they go by consulting, the manufacturer, or just researching what model number op amp comes with the unit and just go from there. Now, the Tube 03 requires dual op amps, which is what Sparkos sent me. I had a really special reason for testing them out because I was taking my new Amp Mini for a spin and I wanted to use the Tube 03 as my preamp. I swapped out the Muse 02 and placed in the Sparkos. I instantly noticed a bit more transparency in the sound. It had a more open delivery. You guys probably think I should be wearing a tinfoil hat at this point, but I promise you guys, I have nothing to gain from this video. Sparkos didn't pay me to say these nice things, and I am fully aware that the audience for this type of stuff is narrow and there are a lot of skeptics, so I am taking a chance with this video. It's just, I honestly notice a difference, whether I am using the Muses or the Sparkos or the cheap disposable ones that come with, some of the components. I think it's cool that these small Chinese companies are making their products upgradable, scalable. I mean, I respect the fact that it's just cheap Chinese off-the-shelf disposable shit in there. I get it. This is why the price of these products are so low. However, by giving us, the hobbyists, the ability to get in there and swap things out for better quality components is, in my opinion, really rad. It creates yet another area within this hobby that you can go to and have a little bit of fun and put your engineering hat on and see if you can achieve some impressive results. Like I said, for me, the Sparkos did have a positive impact on the sound. It was more open than the Muses and obviously leaps and bounds from the original op amps that the unit came with. The investment isn't super cheap, guys, remember that, but the results are there. You could easily turn that $40 preamp into something that sounds like it could be on the same shelf with products like 10 times the price. And that's not exaggerating. If you are tweaking something with tubes, I would also recommend rolling those tubes, but that's for another video. I know there are some of you out there already tinkering. I would actually love to hear from you guys and kind of geek out about this and other tweaks that I could, very well show the world through these videos. This is what the community is all about, helping each other discover new ways to improve the quality of our sound. I do have a new Discord channel I'm working on. I would love for you to eventually join it. I will have a section for tweaks within the channel, and the link will be in the bio once the channel is available. Thank you for making it to the end. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you want to continue the conversation about op amps, let's take it down to the comment section below and just kind of geek out and talk about it. Otherwise, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button like your life depended on it. Subscribe to the channel to help me hit my my goal of 1 million subscribers by the end of the year, and ring the bell so your phone can just drive you nuts every time I put out new content, especially shorts, since you guys love those so much. Thanks again for the support, and I will see you next time.